Hey, what is up everybody? This is your boy Claymore Lord coming to you with another video. As you can see in the title, I'm going to do a quick summary in my opinion on how this movie with the Broly movie is going to go out. But I'm not going to do it based off of me being a Broly fan, as I am, or me being a Goku fan, which of course I grew up on. I'm doing this strictly by the numbers. Now I know, of course, this um, can all be changed during production of the movie, but what I decided to do was go onto the canon websites of all the Goku, Vegeta, Beerus, Wisp, and Jiren, the main fighters in the end of Dragon Ball Super, and compare them to give Broly a power range where he should be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with Vegeta because, of course, out of all five of these, he's the weakest in terms of power. And then hit up with Jiren because, believe it or not, I know actually Whis is stronger, but Jiren's not too far behind, and I'm about to get to that. So with Vegeta at his peak, and as you can see in the trailers of the new Broly movie, he's in Super Saiyan Blue, not Super Saiyan Blue Evolved or some other form. He's in his max Super Saiyan Blue, which his max power is 100 quadrillion. That's a big number. So just to have that as the bottom line, Vegeta at his max power, being the weakest of all five of these fighters, he is at 100 quadrillion power level. Next up from there, I want to hit up Goku. I'm not including Ultra Instinct because, for one, that's a big number, especially the mastered Ultra Instinct, because in the movie I don't think he's going to be hitting Ultra Instinct because, like in the end of the tournament, Goku even says he happened to get that by complete accident. I think it was probably something to do with the God Ki. My personal opinion. But in Goku's red, he's at 10 quadrillion power in red. He's at 10 quadrillion. So he's a tenth of what Vegeta is in a transformation below. Now, if you watch the series, you know he has a blue with Kaioken times 10 and 20. And, of course, he had the Ultra Instinct. But, again, we're not talking about Ultra Instinct. So, even in his third to last transformation, he's still a tenth of Vegeta at max. And with him going to blue, he increases from 10 quadrillion to 30 quadrillion. So now he's at a third of Vegeta at blue, and he's not maxed. He's just, when he transforms into blue, he's now a third of Vegeta at blue. But when pushed to the peak, his max power is the same as Vegeta, 100 quadrillion. That's not including the Kaioken times 10 and the Kaioken times 20. That, of course, will increase it by 10 times and 20 times, which will make it 10 quintillion and 200 quintillion. So he goes well above Vegeta when he goes into the Kaioken times 10 and times 20. So just from watching the trailers, you have both Goku and Vegeta at 100 quadrillion power level combined. So with everything you've seen in the trailers, Broly is minimum at base form 200 quadrillion power level, which is a stupid number because, of course, you see in the movie he has multiple transformations. He has his base form, which I have set at 200 quadrillion. He got his heightened or false Super Saiyan status, which, let's just say, it increases it by 10. So now he's 2 quintillion. So he's well over 20 times stronger than Goku and Vegeta combined, just by enhancing his natural base form to not even Super Saiyan. So that's a crazy amount. Then let's say we take it to another step to a Super Saiyan, and let's just confirm that with the same going from base to regular Super Saiyan applies to base form Broly being at 200 quadrillion times the half times, like let's say 2 times multiplier. Then the Super Saiyan, I believe, is a 10 times. So now he's at Super Saiyan. He's at already 200 quintillion. He's 100 times stronger than Vegeta and Goku combined. So this brings me back to the chart right here. Going from Goku up, the next person would be Jiren, because that was Goku's strongest rival, except for the gods and angels, but they weren't really an enemy. He was at 24.750 times 24 zeros to power. So, like, picture 24.570 and then add 24 more zeros. That's a big number. That easily dwarfs the 100 quadrillion power level that Goku had. That's why I'm saying in the anime, Ultra Instinct gets mad stupid high. That's why he was able to go toe to toe with Jiren, and that was Jiren at max power. That was Jiren's ultimate final power level that he could go to, his peak. So it takes Mastered Ultra Instinct at its peak to defeat Jiren at his peak. So aside from that, Jiren is stupid strong, and with that being the case, with Goku being at 10 to the 18, 19, 20, 10 to the 21st power, he's a good amount above, but Broly, based on what we just said, is more than both him, Goku, and Vegeta. So that means he is at the point of Jiren level, or beyond that actually. So from there, we never see what Beerus's full potential is, but if we were to do it based on the canon information that I received, or not received, but actually found, his max power at 1%, so he goes a full 1%, is at 25 quadrillion. So if you were to take that 25 quadrillion and times it 100 times, that would be Beerus's max power, his peak. He cannot go above 100%. Which if you take 25 and times it by 100, you get 2.5 quintillion. So Beerus at max power is 2.5 quintillion power level. Again, these are some stupid, crazy numbers, and to kind of put your head around this, like, think about how long a second is. Then wait that many seconds. It seems like the rest of your life, or is your rest of your life, but it's a big number. So Broly is still above Beerus at max power, which is a god of destruction, and still has room to spare, because at Super Saiyan he's at 200 quintillion. He's stupid strong, and that's at Super Saiyan. So a Super Saiyan Broly could take on Beerus at max form based on the numbers, and could destroy Beerus and still have energy to fight the other 3 guys and still win each of those. Now to Wisp, this is where it becomes a little bit of an issue, because I did the numbers, and Wisp at 1%, not full power, but 1%, is 1 to the 27th power. So 1 followed by 27 zeros. Well over quintillion, I'm not gonna lie. Quintillion, that's a lot. But his full power is 1 followed by 30 zeros. That's a big number. Completely over dwarfing all these numbers. This is my issue that I have. Because Broly as of right now, with what I've been doing the math, Broly's at 200 quintillion. That's 1 followed by 100,000 million billion trillion quadrillion 3, 6, 9, 12, 18, about 21 zeros. It's a lot. Yeah, 21 zeros. Wisp at 1% is 1 to the 27th. So he's 7 zeros less than Wisp at 1%. But that's with him being at Super Saiyan, and I don't know what his legendary form times this his power by. So whether it be 100 times, 10,000 times, I don't know. So I can't give an estimate on what Broly's power level would be at the end of this movie. Or even just what his power level would be once he goes from Super Saiyan to Legendary. And I know all you people are going to say, oh, it's not Legendary anymore, it's full power. I don't care. I'm a Broly fan from the original one, and I call this Broly because this is canon based off the old movie. It's still Legendary form. I don't care. I'm calling him Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. Anyways, if his power level were to be times by 100, like it does with Super Saiyan 2, it goes from, of course, Kaioken 2, 5, 10, 20, and then Super Saiyan's a 10 times base multiplier, then 100 times with Super Saiyan 2, and so on and so forth. If Broly were to be times by 100, that means his 200 quintillion would be 2 to the 27 or 26. So he would be on par with Wisp at 1%. That's if Broly had a 100 times multiplier from his Super Saiyan state to his Legendary. Now, let's say if that times multiplier was 1,000 or maybe 10,000, Legendary Broly, based on that assumption, whether it be 1,000 or 10,000, would be stronger than Wisp at full power. He could demolish any angel that comes near him. He could destroy any god of destruction. He could destroy Goku in Ultra Instinct Mastered. He could destroy Vegeta's God and God Blue form. He could literally on possibly the Omni King. But that's the thing. I don't know how his power level is. Of course, I know y'all are going to be like, oh, well, if Goku and Vegeta fuse and their power combines and gets multiplied by whatever, it doesn't matter, because if you go off of the fusion from Dragon Ball Z, the original, where Dragon Ball Z is canon, so that means that when you do your fusion, the power levels must be at the same level, and you must be in the same state, in the same general height. That's why you didn't see Piccolo and Krillin fuse when they did the fusion dance, because their power level was different, their height was different, and they weren't synced. But you saw Goten and Trunks do it because they were, 1, both Super Saiyans, 2, they were about the same age and height, and 3, they were at the same power level. Same thing with Vegeta. Vegeta and Goku have always been about the same power level. You know, when one goes up, the other one comes up too, and then it keeps going like this. They're about the same height, and they have the same forms. Whenever Goku went Super Saiyan, Vegeta followed. When Goku went Super Saiyan 2, so did Vegeta. Super Saiyan God, apparently now, for some reason, Vegeta skipped God and went to Blue, but of course, Goku and Vegeta have both God Blue. So they can, of course, do the fusion. Their power levels being exactly the same in this movie would mean that their max, if they're going at Broly with max power, when they fuse, they'll be at max power. So if you were to even take 100 quadrillion and 100 quadrillion, you're only going to 200 quadrillion. Let's say it only gives you 100 times bonus. You're only going to be as strong as his second transformations that I didn't even talk about that. I just skipped over the second transformation when his eyes turn gold. I'm just trying to give Goku and Vegeta, or even just Gogeta, a fighting chance to take on this behemoth of a Saiyan. But if I were to even calculate in his heighten with the golden eyes, because he goes from base to heighten to gold eyes right before Super Saiyan, and then he goes legendary, they could go Ultra Instinct Gogeta and still lose, because the numbers are saying that with that extra multiplier on top of the legendary transformation for Broly, he will be on Wisp. And you already saw what happened when Goku and Vegeta went at Wisp at full power, and he didn't even try. He was dodging them like a pro and just hey, like my symbol, you know. So that lets me know, based on what I have read, the numbers that I have documented down, and the comparison just from the trailers that have been shown. The trailers are showing what is actually going to happen. Broly is taking on two gods, two Super Saiyan Blues at full power, and don't even really have to go anything above his heightened Super Saiyan level to destroy them. The part where you see Broly taking Goku's head across the ice, he's not even trying. He is still in base form. And again, you gotta remember, at that point, Super Saiyan God Goku is only 10 quadrillion. That is Broly's base. At least his base. He is at such a level that if he was to transform 1 or 2 times, he wouldn't even need the other two. He would be able to go on par with Beerus at the second state. With his eyes being gold, he wouldn't have to even touch Super Saiyan. To go up against Wisp, he might be able to kick his butt with the legendary form. So, I'm only saying this because I want to have a non-bias. I'm not taking Broly's side, and I'm not taking Goku's side at the moment. I'm looking directly at what has been given to me, what I have been seeing, and putting it into a good argument and making my own judgment on the outcome. The only way that this movie could possibly have Broly beaten is if Wisp goes full power and fights Broly, or they use the Dragon Balls to do something to get him to not fight. That's it. Jiren cannot beat Broly. Goku and Vegeta even fused in Ultra Instinct, of course won't happen, but even if they were, they would still not be able to beat Broly at full power. Beerus at full power could not beat Broly at half power. So, any Goku fans, I want to let y'all know, I'm not saying Goku, I hate Goku. I grew up on this dude. I love this dude. I even have one of the shirts out in the living room with Super Saiyan Blue, Goku, Vegeta, and Vegito on it. I represent Goku. I grew up on him. But Broly, being the beast that he is, the only reason why Goku wins, if he does in this movie, is because of, one, he's a main character. He is a main character, and that's the only reason why Toriyama is going to allow Goku to beat this god, this angel in mortal flesh, at all. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like it, comment, and let me know your thoughts in the description or in the comments. This is your host, Exclamo Lord X out. Peace.